Hey everybody, this is Troy Alexander. You are here, Inspiration with Troy Alexander on Hamilton Radio. We are excited tonight for another show. Listen, back-to-back shows, but I'm so excited about our wonderful guest tonight. Listen, you know what our motto is. It's dream, take that step, and walk with purpose into your destiny. This is what this show is about, to encourage you to never give up on your dream, no matter where you are, what you have, what you don't have, but take what it is and move with it. Wherever you think you might be able to, take what you have and go. And then as you move, you will gain something greater to be able to take the next step. So, and I've told you before, this show connects you with people, even myself, that's willing to connect with you to say, listen, we understand, but if you connect with us, we'll get you over to the next level. I'm telling you right now, we're excited tonight for our guest tonight here on Hamilton Radio. Listen, Faith Pierre Charles. I got your name right?
Yes, you did.
All right, listen, she is our 2019-2020 National American Miss Teen. Also, first runner-up, junior teen division.
Yeah.
Also, she's also the winner of 3 New Jersey state titles of NAM, and also won the red carpet media correspondence competition. First runner-up fashion model. Second runner-up actress category. Creator of a fashion show for breast cancer awareness, as well as she has created a foundation to assist with school supplies in Haiti. And also a college student.
Yes.
Broadcast journalism. Listen, Faith, you got to tell me, how in the world do you balance all of those titles, all those responsibilities? Tell me, how do you balance it?
Honestly, I have no idea. I ask myself that all the time. But sometimes it's just like, I just know that when I really want to do something, I have to put my mind to it. And my parents always taught me, no matter what my dreams are, I have to go after them.
Wow.
And nothing comes easy. You have to work for what you want. So
Awesome.
just hard work and dedication.
Listen, hard work. Listen, and listen, it's been hard work. I read where it took you 12 years
Yes.
to get to this platform
Yes.
and this title. You have to tell me, what was it about pageantry that kept you motivated and kept you inspired to keep coming back?
One thing that I've learned through pageantry is that it's not just about it being just a pageant. It's way more than that. It's an experience that gives you lifelong skills. Through National American Miss, I learned interview skills. That's the only reason I'm here now. I learned how to get on the stage and show my confidence, and I learned how to speak my voice. I learned how to volunteer in my community. So it was just about it being more than just a pageant. And my mindset every single time I went to a pageant was to come out a better person than when I came in.
Wow.
So that's exactly what kept me going. I think I've grown so much, became so much more mature. I graduated high school at 16. I accomplished so many things because the things that pageantry has instilled in me, to be confident and to go after my wildest dreams.
Where did your confidence come from? Because all of us, come from a place, but all of us aren't just born with that, coming out and say, hey, everybody, I'm Faith. So where did your confidence come from?
I think I was always goofy. And I was very family oriented. So when I was younger, I always knew that I wanted to do something in this type of industry. Like, I used to model different clothes around the house. Right. And my mom used to call me crazy, but it was just because I knew myself and I knew that I had something to offer the world. Right. And it was just for me to go out there and experience something that made me want to challenge myself is where my confidence came from.
Awesome. Phenomenal. I have to ask you, listen, how are you able to stay true to you? Because from the outside, with the pageantry world and system, it seems like there's an expectation that you have to look a certain way, present a certain way. But how are you able, or have you been able to? I believe you have.
Yeah.
I see you on YouTube, on the Facebook, on Instagram, and you come across in such a natural, amazing way. How do you maintain that in the pageant world?
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that.
Absolutely.
But one thing that I learned is that no matter what, God made me who I am for a reason. And that's what helped me stay true to me. Just staying true to my faith, praying. It took a lot of self-love and self-care just to find out who I was and what exactly I wanted to do in life. In middle school and a little bit of high school, I was bullied. So that took a big toll on me. And just hearing what people had to say about me, how they felt about me, it was to the point where I was physically bullied. I was attacked walking home from school. And I just knew that just because of those things happened, that doesn't define me. Right. I had to realize that who I was important, and the only way I'd be successful in life is if I was okay with who I am, and I know that I'm enough. And as long as I push myself and I am who I am, I don't care what people have to say, because I love myself, I know my self-worth, and I can do anything I put my mind to, knowing that.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Listen up, this is Faith Pierre telling you, phenomenal young lady. And I want to ask you, because how do you hold on to who you are, given that the result of what you're trying to achieve is based upon the judgment of others? How do you, in those moments where you didn't win the title,
Yeah.
although it's been a few and far between, I'm just saying, because like she wins everything she's but in those moments where you didn't, how did you still hold true and feel good about you?
So, yeah, it took me a lot of losing to learn how to stay true to myself. Because in 2016, when I competed for the National American Miss Junior Teen title, I got first runner-up, and I was devastated. Wow. Literally, as soon as I walked off the stage, tears flew down my face. I was like, when we went in my hotel room, I told my mom, I was like, I'm never doing a pageant again. I'm done. They didn't like me. But I just had to realize that it was more than just about them judging me. It was me going up there and showing my voice and sharing who I am, being here, inspiring others, just knowing that even though I didn't win, my story could change someone's life. I could touch somebody based off what I'm doing, win or lose. And that's what just kept me staying true to myself, because there's so many people that have reached out to me like, Faith, you inspire me. Yes. You did this, that, and the third, and it's just made me want to do this and that. And that's really what kept me going, having other people see me and look up to me as an example, as a role model, and just showing them that they can do anything. You just have to stay dedicated and persistent, because that's the only reason that I won this title, was my persistence. It took 12 long years for me to get here. And this is my dream title. This is what I prayed for. This is something that I dreamed about, and I'm living it because I stayed dedicated and I just continued to believe in who I was.
Wow. And listen, I got to ask, well, first of all, I applaud you.
Thank you.
For just being amazing and just wonderful in who you are. And I love how you are sharing yourself with others.
Yes.
To inspire others. And I got to ask you, during the journey here, how were you able to stay focused and stay inspired? Because as you said, when you got the first runner-up, you kind of just went and cried. Like, listen, I can imagine how much you put into it.
Yes.
Because like sacrifice, time, and I would think money.
Oh, a lot of money.
A lot of money. And so your family sacrifice. So much is going into you, helping you to be. But what is it like when? How do you get to like? What do you do to help get you through those moments? Because I'm sure there's people watching now and listen, I get there, but I don't know how to get out.
Right.
How did you get out?
So it took a lot of praying. And when I was younger, I didn't really understand what the power of prayer was. Wow. From day one, my parents instilled in me to fear God and know that He is head in my life, and all things are possible through Him. So after I got first runner-up, and even times before that, but it was really that time I got first runner-up, because I really was that close. And I was just like, oh, God, like, this is what I was dreaming for. I thought I was ready, but it's in His timing. And it's just knowing that His plans are way greater than I could ever imagine for myself, and just praying and staying consistent, asking Him to guide me and take me whatever path that He wants to take me on, because no matter what He says will go. What He wants, it will happen. Right. So it was just to know that in His timing, He has a bigger and brighter plan for me. And I have to understand that just because I didn't get what I want, it wasn't always what I needed. Wow. So I just had to stay consistent with the prayer. And I even have a mirror in my room that has a bunch of Bible verses, different quotes, just trying to keep me motivated and keep me knowing that anything is possible through Him.
Awesome. Give me 5.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm telling y'all, amazing thing. And I love your name.
Thank you.
I mean, the faith by itself is so powerful.
Yes.
I love it. I so love it. Love it. So I want to ask you, because I know you've come a long way and you're here.
Yes.
You've reached the place where you really wanted to be. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Honestly, I think I won almost 2 weeks ago Yeah, like about 2 weeks ago, and it still doesn't feel real. Like I won a previous title before. I was the Royal International Miss Teen in 2018, and that was amazing. It was my very first time competing in that system,
Wow.
but National American Miss was really close to my heart. It was the system that I grew up in. It taught me everything that I know about pageantry. So it's just really surreal that I'm able to represent a system that has shaped me into the young woman that I am today. And I honestly still don't believe it. When I look in the mirror and see the crown and banner on me, I tear up every
Oh,
time,
my
I swear.
goodness.
When I look at pictures, I look at videos before I go to sleep and my crown is it's just so surreal, but it's just like it's finally here, so I
Yes.
need to make the most of it.
Yes.
I need to be the best queen that I could ever be, and I need to fulfill and touch as many people as I can.
Phenomenal. Listen, y'all. Listen, we booked Faith prior to her being crowned this national queen, right? So you know me, like I'm rooting for. I'm like, yeah, go Faith. Listen, but we were so proud of you, so
Thank
proud
you.
to see you, and not just for you being you. Because I'm telling you, when I watch your video, they are so genuine, they're so inspiring, they're
Thank
so
you.
uplifting, and so is broadcast. Because I read you want to be like a broadcast journalist. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if you're CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, whoever you are, please get her to sign a contract now. I'm just saying, because even like in sports,
Yes.
like they will sign like high school athletes like before, or sometimes but I'm telling you, sign her now because Faith is going to be like the top winner, Emmy winner, whatever
Thank you.
whatever award it is for news broadcasters. But you have it.
Thank you.
When did you know, like this was your space, like to be out front, to be visible? Because not everybody's comfortable being visible. Was there a moment in time? Was there like something that occurred in your life that said, you know what? Yeah, I like the way this feels. This feels right for me. So was there a moment?
Yes, definitely. So I think it was when I was a freshman in college. I was 16 and graduated high school early, so I was just thrown out into the wolves real early. But I was a biology major, believe it or not. I wanted to be an orthodontist, a dentist. And at first I was like, yeah, this is for me. And then I was just stressing stressing about the schoolwork, just the subject. It wasn't really me. It wasn't what I really wanted to do. And then throughout the semester, I worked with my sister at International Junior Miss as a choreographer and producer. And one time she said, I don't have anyone to do the workshop that we do for the girls to basically teach them about the system, teach them what to do. And she was like, can you take over for me? And I said, whoa, that's a lot of responsibility. There's no script. You basically have bullet points. You have to do everything yourself. And that was a time where I was like, girl, you need to step your game up and do it. So it was just, when I was in that moment, I was so happy just talking and just being able to use my voice to touch those girls and give them advice, teach them different tips and tricks that I've been taught myself, that I've learned throughout the years. And afterwards, everyone was coming up to me, wow, that was amazing. That was awesome. I loved everything you said. It was definitely different. It wasn't the typical pageant workshop that we go through. And that's when I realized I have a voice and I can use my voice in many ways, and I need to just go out and use it. I need to stop listening to what people say. Oh, you would be a great doctor, it pays the bills.
Right.
It doesn't matter about the money. I need to do a job that's going to make me happy because the money's great, but money does not buy you happiness.
That's the truth.
So I just needed, and at that moment, I just knew I needed to do something where I can use my voice and I could do something that I was happy doing. And from then, I called my mom. I said, girl, this is not for me. I can't be a dentist. This is not what I want to do. And it took my mom, I'm not going to lie, she was probably a little disappointed because she was like, dang, that money, it would have been great. But she trusted me. Both of my parents trusted me. They supported me 100%. So now I'm living the dream as a broadcast journalism major, and I'm just so happy now.
I'm telling you, I better watch out for my job. I'm just saying right here on Hamilton Radio. Faith will have our next show right here on Hamilton Radio. Faith, PIERRE, I'm just saying. No, but you have a presence about you.
Thank you.
Listen, y'all, she walked into the room and she just like captured the room. I mean, her presence, her greatness, let alone not even the crown, but you.
Thank you.
And again, we're so proud of you, all of your achievements. I want to ask you about your preparation.
Okay.
You know, like what is it like preparing for a state pageant or a national pageant? Tell me about the process a little bit.
Yeah, so it definitely takes a lot of work trying to prep, whether it's financially, physically. I'm not the type to say that I have to work out and lose weight so I can look a certain type of way for the judges.
Right.
That's not the case. I want to look a certain type of way for myself.
Well, for herself, y'all. For herself.
For myself,
Yes. Yeah,
I
love
want to
that.
be able to present my
love
best
that.
self. So not even just the financial, physical, but it's also the mental preparation too. Because at the end of the day, one girl would be walking away with that crown and banner, and it just took a lot of picking out what I was gonna wear, the outfits. My mom is my seamstress. She's been sewing my gowns and everything throughout the whole 12 years, even before that, not even for pageants. So we worked together just deciding what I was gonna wear, what I was going to do with my hair. I was at my state pageant, I was doing my own makeup, and at that time I wasn't wearing my natural hair. I was wearing wigs. So it was way different. Yeah, I was wearing wigs. But before I went to nationals, I actually had a photo shoot for my headshots for the program book. And one thing I always say, you want your program book headshot to stand out because you don't know who's going to see it. Right. So I went to book with the best of the best, and his name was Austin Rod, and he actually told me during the photo shoot, like, what's your natural hair look like under the wig? And I showed him the picture. He's like, take your wig off. We're going to shoot you without the wig. And that's what made me start wearing my natural hair. And I was always confident in it, but it was just like, I don't know if it's like pageant ready, if the pageant world is ready to see me like this, because I've always worn wigs. That was always my thing. And then I just stepped out in a whole new light, and just getting to nationals. And even then the pressure was 10 times more because I previously won an international title. And so many people, I was so well known in the system, been going at it for 12 years. And it was just like, I felt like I had a lot of pressure from a lot of people around me saying, you got this. I hate that when people tell me you got this, or they're just like, you're going to win. I don't like when people say that. And it's not even just the jinxing. It's because I know myself, and I feel like I would let people down if I didn't take home the title.
Absolutely.
But I had to ignore all of that. I had to just say, I'm doing this for me. Go in there. You are who you are. You can't change who you are. So you just have to go in there and walk out the week the best person you can possibly be, knowing that you lived up and soaked up every single moment of the experience. So it's just a physical, mental, and financial preparation. I did lots of fundraising. My mom sold popcorn at her job. I was selling my wardrobe for my pageants. It was just like, you got to get it how you can. I was a full-time student and also had a part-time job at a hotel. So I was just juggling it all.
Wow. Listen, I got to ask you now, because you brought up the concept of having to wear the wigs for a period of time. Was this pageant the first time that you didn't wear a wig?
Yes, this was the very first time.
So this national pageant was the first time in all these years that you've worn your natural hair?
The very first time.
Wow. And what was the moment like for you? I understand the photo shoot. So shout out to Austin.
Yes, Austin Rod.
Thank you, Austin. Thank you so much. So what was the discussion like? Maybe because was it with you and your mom or your parents? Like what was the moment like? You're saying like, listen, for this one, the one that you really want, I'm gonna make a change. What was that discussion and those feelings like?
So I had so many mixed emotions.
I can imagine.
So many mixed emotions, because this system, I didn't feel like I knew it front and back, like from first page to last page. I didn't feel like I knew it like that because things change every year, different judges. So I was asking my mom, how does she feel about it? What does she think? She was just like, girl, you look good with whatever. So do what you want to do. And then I asked my sister, who's basically my coach. She coaches me through everything, my pageant prep. She said, I asked her what she thinks. She was like, I don't know. I really like the wigs. It looks so good. But then I really had to sit with myself and ignore everyone else's opinion. Because when I tell you, I asked everybody for their opinion. I asked everybody. And that year, I was just figuring out how to rock my natural hair, how to embrace it and feel confident in it. And I just really had to sit down with myself And when I sat down with myself, I realized your natural hair is you. You can't change that about you.
Wow.
So embrace it. Why not just embrace it and go for it? And it was also the thing with Confliction because the 2 previous winners, they had natural hair. But it wasn't my natural hair. I have like the rarest type of natural hair. 4C, not sure if everybody knows about it, but 4C, coarse Haitian American hair. So it's not the easiest to work with, but I knew it was me.
Wow.
It showed who I was. And I went out there and I said, you know what? I'm not worried about having long, luscious hair. I'm going to worry about being myself.
Yes.
And my hair is me. So you just have to embrace it, go for it. I took a little risk, though, because I was so nervous. I bought all these products to learn how to use it. And then when I got to nationals, everyone was in love with it. And then I started being in love with it, too.
Wow. Well, we love that you learned to love you.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm telling you. Listen, what you just said has inspired so many.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes all of us through our journey, we tend to try to, I won't say mask, but try to conform to a
Yes.
certain expectation. And that's what I meant when I asked you earlier about like how did you come to know and love you and be true to you, even though there's a certain expectation within that pageantry world. But we're so proud of you.
Thank you.
So proud. You are beautiful. You are amazing.
Thank you.
Your natural hair, the natural you, and I'm telling. And just even looking recently from Miss South Africa.
Yes.
What did you feel when you heard her name called?
I was so excited. I was actually watching Miss Universe with my
Yes.
friend Kenyatta, and we were laying in bed watching it. And the whole time, I was just like, it's something about her. And what it was about her is she wasn't afraid to embrace who she was.
Yes.
She had
Yes.
a short
Yes.
cut with 4C hair, just like me.
Yes.
And she went out there and she rocked it.
Yes.
And she was embracing who she was. And one of the things that I love that she said is that we need to take up space. We are so stuck on these social norms of looking a certain type of way or being a certain type of way. And that's what the mistake I used to make in pageantry is thinking that I had to look a certain type of way or talk a certain type of way. But I had to embrace who I was again and just learn that they want to see someone who is authentic, who can inspire other girls. And she was so inspirational to me. She did not care what people had to say. She spoke her voice. And that's what it's about. That's what pageantry is about. Taking that platform and using it to inspire others and just have your voice and use it to your fullest potential.
Awesome. Well, I'm telling you right now, you are inspiring the world.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, Faith, you and I just love because you have it. See, I'm a good judge. I'm telling everybody, I'm able to look at someone and observe them very well, and I have a gift. I have the ability to kind of say, you know what, that person has the ability to do, and I'm telling you, you have an amazing gift.
Thank you.
The world is going to know your name, if not
Thank
already.
you.
I'm telling you. No. You are really going to now. Do you want to be like a host of like a nightly news show or like a entertainment types? What do you want to do?
See, I've never really thought too into it because it was just like I'll go wherever God takes me.
Okay.
As long as it's in the industry,
Right.
it's something to do with me having to speak in front of a camera or
Yes.
whatever the case may be, whether it's nightly or entertainment. I love to MC pageants, and one thing I love to do is making the little night jokes and stuff like that.
Okay.
So entertainment wouldn't be too bad. But one thing when I was younger, I always used to say I always wanted to be on Good Morning America.
Okay.
Robin Roberts is one of my
Okay.
biggest inspirations, and I was able to go there a couple years
Awesome.
back and sit in that chair, and that felt amazing. But I'm not a morning person, so
Okay.
I don't know how that would work. I'm not a morning person.
They gotta get there early.
Exactly.
Like 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yes.
something like that. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
When I was there trying to get in there, I was there
Yes.
like 6 o'clock standing in line, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Say the paycheck will smooth out all the time.
Exactly.
The paycheck will take all the tiredness away. I'm telling you, trust me. No. Awesome. That's phenomenal. I want to ask you, is there a category of pageantry that you feel you have to spend more time on because you're not potentially as confident in? Or are you pretty comfortable sort of all the categories?
I'm pretty comfortable in all of the categories, but one thing that I know that I have to have the prep for by myself is interview. Because in interview, I feel like a lot of coaches out there will tell you to say certain things, whether they want you to speak about your platform and make sure, oh, you have to say this about your volunteer service and every question and spin it around. And I honestly think that's the worst thing that you can do in an interview. Because for my interview, I was in there laughing the whole time.
Wow.
And that's the main goal that I had going into the week. I said, I want them to see who I am. I want them to know me for me, my personality. It doesn't matter about my volunteer service. That's great. That's all great. But you have to know who I am and know that I'm able to represent this system. And throughout that whole entire interview, I was cracking up laughing because I was having so much fun. My very last judge, I will never forget this because when I came out, I was like, I don't know if this was a good thing or a bad thing, but obviously it was a good thing.
Right.
So she asked me, what was the funniest moment throughout the whole entire week? And throughout that whole week at that pageant, I was so sick. I was coughing every night. I had to leave the festivities early
I was praying for you, Faith. I was praying for you. I was watching your Insta story. Lord, please bless Faith. Bless Faith, Lord, please. Yes.
I was so sick. It was draining, and I had a runway competition, and it was the last competition after everything that I had to do for the day, and my body was crashing. I was backstage falling asleep before I went on the stage because I was just so exhausted. But right before I went on the stage, I said, Lord, please don't let me fall on my face. So I walked out on the stage, did my thing. I was so excited because it was great. It was awesome. I'm walking down the stairs, and I fall flat on my face.
Are you serious?
And I looked up. I said, really, God? Really? I asked you, don't let me fall on my face.
Wow.
But clearly he didn't let me on the stage.
Right.
But I did backstage, and I think it's because my body was just so weak,
Sure.
those heels are crazy tall. But I shared that with my judge in interview, and she started laughing at me.
Wow.
And she was like, out of all the answers I've got, no one kept it real. No one kept it real.
That's amazing.
Everyone said something that they thought I wanted to hear.
Wow.
And I kept it real, and I shared a true story that I thought was hilarious because that's who I am. I like to share embarrassing stories. I remember one time at a state pageant, a girl had messed up her interview, and I shared a crazy story about how I messed up my interview because I passed gas on stage. I was a little
No, you didn't, Faith.
Yes, I did.
Not you,
Yes,
Faith.
I did. I was a little 7-year-old, and I was all nervous. So I passed gas on stage, and I ran off, and I was so embarrassed, but I still came back, and they let me do it over.
She came back, y'all.
And
it's okay.
I got myself together. The gas was out, and I was good to go. So I just like being able to share stories like that because I think it's the embarrassing moments that you have to embrace and learn from.
It's the real moment.
Exactly.
Real moment. So it's just like, listen, I want somebody that's not sort of robotic.
Exactly.
You know? But someone, and you are the real Faith Pierre Charles.
Yes, that's all I ever wanted to be.
Come on now. I love it. And listen, I want to ask you, where did the acting, because you won, listen y'all, this is Faith Pierre Charles. I mean, she is the 2019-2020 National American Miss Teen, first runner-up junior teen division. She's won 3 New Jersey state titles. She's won the red carpet media correspondence competition, first runner-up fashion model, and second runner-up actress category. Where did this actress, where did this actress come out in you?
So I'm like I said before, I was always goofy, always, and I used to always play around. But my sister, like all my siblings, they were like, "No, you just got this cute behind face. You need to be on TV. You need to do this, that, and the third." So I actually was with an agency for a little while. And I used to do like PSE&G commercials. I did an independent film, and it was so much fun pretending to be somebody else. Like, it was just like, wow, I'm stepping out of me for 1 second.
Yes.
The big shoes that I have, I'm stepping out of them for 1 second and being someone else and having fun with it, being funny. In the actress competition, I won it at my state. So when you win it at your state, you get a free entry. And I've been doing actress for years and years and years. And this time, I did a commercial, and I pretended to have a country accent. So
Yes.
it was so much fun.
I saw that. I said, okay,
it was,
babe.
exactly.
You told me
It
it
was
something
so much
different, but
fun.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was just, it's just being embracing my goofy side
Yes.
and just being in pretending to be someone else for a second, just escaping who I am with everything that it comes, just for the 30 seconds that I have to say a line, a commercial, and it's just so much fun. And also, I just have a thing for being in front of the camera. I don't know what it is.
Yes, you I'm sure you all see it, right? Yes, you do. Amazing. You need to send, if you haven't done so, you need to send a tape to all of the media outlets that you want to be a part of.
Yes.
Now.
That's a good idea.
I'm serious. Because you have a national platform. So who like why wouldn't ABC want to bring you on as national queen to do a segment?
Right.
I'm telling you, yeah, you should.
Yeah, definitely.
You should, because I'm telling you, they would hire you like on the spot.
Thank you.
They'd be like, thank you, college, whatever you go. But, now, when's graduation?
Graduations for me, I have another year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And if I can ask, what age are you now?
I'm 19.
Okay, because listen, she sounds like she's like 25, 26, 27. You know, she graduated high school at what, 16? You know, I had about 3 more years to go. But no, that's wonderful.
Thank you.
So you're majoring in broadcast journalism.
Yes.
You have 1 more year to go.
Yes.
And do you have any other aspirations in the pageantry realm?
Yes, so a lot of people have been asking me that lately.
Sure.
After this, they're like, so what's next for you? What are you going to do next? Yes. And I've been thinking about it a really long time. I feel like I fulfilled what I wanted to do in the pageant world with this title. After having my year, I'm definitely going to take a break because I need to focus on school. It's going to be my last year. I'm going to have to start my life, my career, figure out where I really want to go in life. But after that, I'm definitely going to try Miss USA. I'm a first-generation Haitian American, so both of my parents are Haitian. So I'm even thinking about maybe competing Miss Haiti Universe and then going to Miss Universe, whether it's representing USA or wherever that takes me. But definitely the Miss Universe organization, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to take a lot of prep for me, but I'm really looking forward to that. But definitely, I think I just need a break after this because this is one of my lifelong dreams. Clearly 12 years, like almost more than half of my life.
Wow.
So it's just a lot, and it takes a lot to fulfill a whole entire year. So I'm definitely going to take that break after that to focus on my career and focus on what I really want to do in life. But I say I want to take a break all the time, and then I watch a pageant, and then I'm like, I gotta compete again.
Yeah.
It's like addiction. I gotta go again.
That's awesome. I want to ask, have you ever had moments where you didn't like you just didn't feel like continuing, and maybe not, but have you ever had a moment where like, you know what, I've done this for so long. You know, I keep doing it, but did you ever have a moment where you just really either wanted to quit or say, you know what, maybe it's not for me?
Absolutely. Right before I went into college, that's when I was 16, and it was fresh after I got first runner-up at NAM Nationals in 2016. And I was just like, Lord Jesus, I can't do this no more. This is a lot. Going into college financially, it's just a lot. And I was just like, maybe this is not what I'm meant to do. I didn't win, so I took that to the core. I took it hard. It was like a really hard loss for me. But at the end of the day, I was really young, so I didn't really understand the bigger picture of it. But at the time, I was just like, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should be doing something else, focusing on school. Maybe that's what I need to do. At the time, I wanted to be an orthodontist, so I'm like, yeah, all that school crap and being an orthodontist, all this studying, like, I can't do it. And I told my mom, I was like, I'm done. Like, I need a break. I can't do it anymore. And then Royal International Miss came by. A director had reached out to me asking me to come compete. And I was just like, maybe this is a sign I should keep going. So I took that and ran with it. But I'm glad I did, because then I wouldn't have never made it here.
Absolutely. What would you say if the people that bullied you back in the day were in this room? What would you say to them?
I would say thank you, first and foremost. thank you for doing that because it made me stronger and it made me value myself 10 times more. But I would also say, I'm sorry that you had to do that to me. I'm sorry because at the end of the day, I've talked to my bullies from the past. I've talked to them, and it was nothing but jealousy. Nothing but jealousy. In my hometown, I'm probably one of the 30,000 people, if even that do pageants. This is something that's rare to them. So them seeing that, they kind of literally they used to say to me, "Why are you doing all that?" They didn't see the bigger picture. So I would literally say, "Look, this was the bigger picture. Look at where I am now.
Yes.
At 19, I'm so accomplished for a 19-year-old. There's
Yes,
girls
you
out
are.
there who are not even doing anything that can compare to this. And it's not to gloat, it's not to be cocky about it, but it's just simple facts. I was using that opportunity to show the world who I am and what I can do. And I thank them for doing that so I can experience that to make me become a better person. But I also want to say I'm so sorry that we had to go through that. I hope this can show you that there's so much more to than just putting someone down because you feel like you can't fulfill something. And I think that was the issue. In my hometown, they saw that it was just so small and there wasn't much out there. There wasn't much out there for them to look forward to or to do in their communities. And it was just pretty much school and whatever extracurricular activities they wanted to do. They never had the opportunity to compete in the pageant. They haven't learned what I learned. So I want to say I'm sorry that they didn't understand. I'm sorry that they didn't get it and what I was trying to do, but I'm glad that I'm here now and I'm able to show them. And I persevered and I got through that sad time in my life, but I just want to say I'm grateful that we're here now, and as pretty much I'm adult, I'm past 18, I'm legal now. We can sit here and we can talk about it regardless, because I have talked to some of my bullies. Now we have no more issues. We literally had a heart-to-heart, and I used to ask, why would you do that? What was the purpose? And they literally said it was just jealousy. We weren't doing what you were doing. And I try to explain to them, instead of putting someone down, you should have asked, how can I get involved? How can I do something like that? Because even then, I was 12, 13, already volunteering in my community, already starting stuff. At 13, I created the Pink and Glitter fashion show to benefit Making Strides Against Breast Cancer. And I was only 13 years old, and I was running a whole fashion show by myself.
Amazing.
So it was just like they couldn't experience stuff like that. And I feel like instead of them putting me down, they could have embraced what I was doing and tried to help me out maybe, or even find a way. But at the end of the day, I was just not strong enough to fight, not necessarily fight back, but show them like there's more to this if you just look at the bigger picture. But I would definitely say thank you for that experience. I'm stronger. I'm better now.
Yes, you are.
But I'm also sorry that they couldn't understand.
Well, listen, you are a shining example.
Thank you.
Of where someone could come from, even through that experience. Now, now you have this foundation, that helps to raise school supplies for children in Haiti. Is that right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So I created the Gotta Have Faith Foundation 3 years ago.
I love that.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry.
Yeah, it was
that.
something corny because there's so many songs out there like Gotta Have Faith, the faith, the faith. Like people sing that to me all the time, and that one of my coaches, pageant smart Jorge Esteban, he had told me like, figure out like a model for yourself, something that you really want to talk about all the time, and hashtag it on your posts. And I started hashtagging gotta have faith, and then that's when Hurricane Matthew hit in Haiti, and I actually took a trip to Haiti to work with International Junior Miss as on staff for their International Haiti pageant, and I saw that the huge toll that Hurricane Matthew took on a lot of the homes out there, the different buildings, everything that was going on. And as a first-generation Haitian American, I've traveled to Haiti before, and my parents talk so highly of Haiti, and they tell me all these stories about how when they were kids and how they had so much fun. And it's just so sad that I had to see the country that they spoke so highly of going down such a terrible path. So I wanted to do something to be able to give back
Awesome.
because one thing I always say to people, I'm not American. I'm Haitian American.
Get
And
it
I
right.
take pride in being
Yes.
Haitian.
Yes.
So I wanted to be able to just
Awesome.
give back. So I started raising funds, donating school supplies, and then that year I went back and I donated school supplies to a school in
Wonderful.
Haiti,
Wonderful.
and it was during Christmas. I usually always go during Christmas, and they were all on break. And as I was pulling up to the school with my big old suitcase full of
Uh-huh.
school supplies and book bags, and I just see all these kids running around the
Wow.
corner, and I was like, where are these kids coming from? Like, I thought they were on break.
Right.
And they're like, no, they were here to see you.
Oh my
They
goodness.
didn't just want to receive the school supplies
Right.
without seeing who was giving it
love
to
it.
them.
Awesome.
And I broke down in tears. I started crying hysterically.
Mm.
I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is a lot. Like, I didn't expect them to be
Right.
here. I thought I was just going to come see the school, give it to the director, and keep it pushing. And then when I went in there, I ended up talking to them, bawling my eyes out again. And then I passed out the school supplies and the book bag, and all the kids walked away with the book bag and school supplies. And at that moment, I was just like, no, it can't just stop here.
Right.
I have to continue
Awesome.
continue to do what my calling is, and it's to help. And one of my primary goals is, whenever this may happen, is to open up an orphanage, excuse me, can't talk, an orphanage in Haiti.
Wonderful.
And I was like, I have to start somewhere, be able to build up.
Absolutely.
So far, I've been able to help rebuild 3 schools in Haiti with the funds that I've raised, the school supplies I've donated. So
Awesome.
it's
I
great.
love it. I love it. Let's give it up for this amazing young woman, Faith Pierre. We're so proud of you, all that you've done, what you're doing.
Thank you.
I know you're going to take a little break now. You're going to take a little break and so forth. I want to ask you, because I'm sure that there's so many out there, not just in the pageant world, but not everybody is as confident and brave enough to do what you did in terms of showing your natural, true self. Because then someone said, "Well, I did, but I didn't win,"
Mm-hmm.
and it was because of that is why I didn't win. But what would you say to them? Because in my eyes, you still would have won,
Mm-hmm.
because it's more than the physical crown. It's the beauty that you realize who you were on the inside. So for someone who's, again, putting so much sacrifice, and give me the balance of the trueness of who you are as opposed to what the system might expect, and what happens if they don't mix. They did in your favor.
Yeah.
They saw the true you. But what would you say is the value of knowing you and the true you, and being comfortable with presenting that?
Yeah, so like I said before, it took me a lot of soul searching to
Mm.
figure out what I can do, what I have to offer.
Right.
And in pageantry, or even in real life, no matter what you experience, you have to be able to see the light of the situation no matter what. And in my case, the light of the pageant was that I was meeting girls from across the country who were so empowered in themselves. Even the girls who took on the city titles, or girls who came as a state queen that won in their state.
Right.
I competed with the best of the best from across the country. And I just knew that I was surrounded by so many empowered young women. I was surrounded by people who were trying to help me become a greater person, who were trying to help shape my future. And I just had to realize that just because I'm competing for this crown and banner, it doesn't define who I am.
Wow.
I
Wow.
have to be able to figure out who I am. And win or lose, I had already won so much. I learned so much more about myself.
Awesome.
I walked in just so excited to be there, but then when I was walking out, I didn't realize that I was going to take away the title, but I had already taken away so much more. I learned the
Wow.
lifelong skills.
Wow.
I made new friendships. Some of
Yes,
those girls
yes.
will probably be my future bridesmaids.
Wow.
And I just gained so much from the system. And I've met so many accomplished people. I got to sit down and interview with former Miss USA's parents, people who are in the industry and they know. And even in my life experiences,
Right.
when I went to East Stroudsburg University and I decided to transfer because it just wasn't the right fit for me, I still had to experience that.
Right.
I had to experience being on my own for a long year.
Wow.
I had to experience
Yes.
meeting different kinds of people, being in a predicament where I had to provide for myself. And my mom was great on sending me money. I'm not gonna lie, but sometimes
Thank you, Mom.
yes, thank you,
Thank
mommy.
you, Mom.
But sometimes I had to learn how to prioritize.
Right.
Like it wasn't always about just being at college and having fun. I had to learn how to stay to my schoolwork and stay focused. And I just took so much away from that experience. And that's what it's really about.
Yes.
The experience, the journey, what you're going through,
Absolutely.
and that moment, and what you're taking away from it.
Yes.
And that was the only way I learned how to be confident in who I was, because I had to realize that it's more than just the pageant. It's more than just graduating early. It's more than just being bullied and crying every day. I had to overcome that, and I had to take light out of that situation. I had to learn how to ignore the negative, because I will get
Yes.
negative every day. Every day of my life, I will have someone who doesn't appreciate what I'm doing, or who doesn't understand what I'm doing, or who doesn't support everything that I'm doing. But that doesn't matter. What matters is who I am.
Yes.
What matters is whether I'm happy with myself or I'm not. What matters is what I'm doing to give back to the world, to give back to people who gave back to me. It's about the journey. It's about the experience, and taking from that experience and learning from it, good or bad.
Absolutely.
And that's what I had to realize when I got first runner-up. Take away the experience. You got first runner-up in the nation. That is a great accomplishment.
Yes.
It's a great accomplishment, competing with the best of the best at just 16 and getting that far.
Wow.
I had to realize that I already made it so far, and I learned so much more about myself, and I gained so much maturity and lifelong skills, friendships. I still talk to girls that I competed with in 2016. So it's just about taking the light out of every situation and applying that to your everyday life and what you go through in the future.
Faith, let me just tell you this. Let me first applaud you, but you have taken every light of experience.
Yes.
And you are shining tonight.
Thank you.
I mean, you are shining. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you and just who you are.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to see someone who knows who they are and is confident and comfortable with who they are, because it'll help somebody else.
Exactly.
To know that you can be okay with just being you.
Exactly.
I don't have to be someone else.
Exactly.
But I can be who I am. Listen, we got about 5 minutes left on the show, but I want to ask you any shout outs you want to give. Anyone that's been a part of your journey that you want to give a shout out. And I know sometimes that's not good because you might miss somebody, but so if you don't do it, it's okay.
No, I'll do it.
It's okay. But any shout out you want to give?
Yes, I want to first shout out to my OG, my man upstairs, God, for giving me this opportunity and getting me to where I am. Because without speaking to him those nights where I was questioning myself or doubting myself, I would not be able to be here. And I also want to shout out my parents. Are sitting right there.
Yes,
hey, y'all. They motivate me all the time and push me to do my absolute best. When I tell you, my dad has given me so many lectures, and I have never understood them until now.
Wow.
I never realized what he was putting and instilling in me. And my mom, my mom is the OG. That woman is strong, and she has taught me how to be strong and to push myself and to do whatever I want to do and just be myself. She's the most selfless person I've ever met. My sisters, my sister, my brothers, I love y'all. Thank you for giving me money when I need it. My friend Kenyatta, she's sitting right there. She's been she's more than just my best friend. She's been my sister since elementary school, from the beginning, from the very beginning. We went to different high schools. She never switched up on me a day in my life, and I appreciate her for that. My sister Queen Bria and her mom Brittany, thank you so much for being my backbone through the whole pageant journey. Shout out to National American Miss for giving me this opportunity. Yes. I would not be able to be talking on this radio without you guys for showing me that I can do anything I put my mind to. All of my friends and family that have supported me, all the people on social media who have supported me, because listen, yes, my church, Word Alive Center, praying for me and pushing me. There's so many people. Demir, Kaya, Sydney, Nazay, Malia, Azaria, Jamir, Umir, all of y'all. There's so many people that I could shout out right now, but y'all know who y'all are, because I'm probably not. I'm just gonna miss a lot of people, but y'all know who y'all are. I
Yes.
wouldn't be here without you guys, and I need y'all to understand that, because just because I am who I am and I'm confident in who I am, it takes a village. It takes people to push me to go after my dreams, and I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without any of them.
Awesome. Let's give it up for Faith Pierre Charles. Listen, I got it before I let you go, and I'm gonna give you the final word. You have anything else you want to say? Do you sing?
Yeah, I do.
Ah! You gonna sing something for us?
Okay, I'll sing Amazing Grace, because I always do
Like,
this.
it's a line or two. It's a line or two.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Woo! Y'all better give it up for Faith Pierre Charles. Listen, and just do a few words real quick again. I'm gonna join you real quick.
Wait, Amazing Grace?
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
Yeah. Listen, y'all, telling you, listen, give it up for Faith Pierre Charles. And we're so proud of you. Thank you so much for coming on our show. We so appreciate you, and whatever we can do. Where can people follow you? What social media and support your foundation and support your causes?
Yes, so definitely follow me on Instagram at faith.charles. Faith.charles, exactly how it sounds. Also, if you want to follow my reign, my journey, follow me at the Nam Teen on Instagram. So it's the NAM Teen on Instagram. I'm also on Snapchat at Faith Gabrielle X. My YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe. I have so much more content. I've been so busy, but it's coming soon. Faith Charles. If you want to donate to my foundation or anything like that, you could definitely message me or email me at iamfaithcharles@gmail.com. If you'd like to donate to my Pink and Glitter fashion show, you can donate via PayPal or even email for more information at pinkandglitter2@gmail.com. And also make sure you guys add me on Facebook if you have any questions, any advice, whether it's life-related, pageant-related, anything, I'm here to answer. Add me on Facebook at Faith Gabrielle Pierre Charles.
Let's give it up for Faith Pierre Charles. I'm telling you. So listen, we're getting ready to go off the air, but thank you so much, Faith.
Thank you for having me.
I'm so grateful for you being here. You are a light in our life, and a light to everyone that has watched. You have inspired so many and encouraged so many to be their true self, and we're so proud. Listen, everybody, this is Faith Pierre Charles, our 2019-2020 National American Miss Teen. We're so proud of you. Let's give a hand for Faith. Listen, you are watching again Troy Alexander on Inspiration with Troy Alexander right here on Hamilton Radio. Download the app, Hamilton Radio 3.0. Listen on Channel 2 every Thursday. We are here for 2 hours from 6 p.m. to 7 with an hour of faith, and then we have our Inspiration with Troy Alexander from 7 to 8. Y'all know where I'm at, right here on Hamilton. Thank you so much. We love you. And remember to do what? Dream, take that step, and walk with purpose into your destiny. This is Troy Alexander. Have a great night.
Yay! That was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. That was fun. Okay, you didn't give me no trick questions. I'm grateful for that. Because I'm like, I hope you don't trip me up.
No trick questions. No trick questions. I tried to be as.
Yeah, it was good.
So can I get a picture with you?
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
you sit back down real quick? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
And this is water if you want it.
Okay, thank you.